Are you live?
Robbie should be getting Gil back on. Thank y'all for bearing with us with this technical difficulties. Thank you, Join. That's nice. I like that. That's the son.
Showing that you're live.
All
All right,
right,
we got it, man. We got it.
all right, all right.
Man, we got it. Hey, my wife done took the Grand Reserve, brother. Okay. All right, so
Hey,
hey, everybody out there, we apologize, but hey, we're back. But the beauty of this is, you see how this stick, how it's just, you know, the ash is just, it's a smooth stick. So we're not going to hold y'all too long, but I got my man Gil from 14 Seasons on here. Gil, go ahead, brother. I got a few
again,
things I may want to
again,
touch on.
again, I wanted to first and foremost say hello to my man, Classic Man, and his queen, and for giving us the time and to participate with them. Again, as I said before, television shows wanted to do this with me, but I chose you guys to do a live. The first one we done something of this nature, but. A little bit about ourselves. We've been in the cigar business since 1978. The farm has been in possession of my family. It was taken over by my cousin, Mr. Francisco Padilla, which the Grand Reserve is named after him. And one of our specialty cigars, Chilingo 215, which it was also his nickname when he was a little kid, was designed after him. Um, so he runs the operations as far as the farms and the crops, and I run the business side of it. And him and I combined with, uh, again, we've been in the cigar business since we were little kids, and we put a lot of passion into it because our family name, our family legacy is behind this. Um, despite of what a lot of makers told you now, or brands that told you they do, we're the only factory in the world right now who's aging their cigar beyond 5 years.
Mm,
So you'll find many no cigars from ours is aged less than 4 years, and we have requests from some customers that they want it faster. We certainly would do that, but our idea and philosophy is that we want to be the best brand. We want to be recognized as such, but we're not going to spend millions of dollars in marketing. We want the cigar, our product, to do the talking for us, and that for us is more important than anything else. Again, we have declined a lot of offers um, and different scales, but we wanted to make sure that we have partnerships with the people that we're doing business with because we believe in our family's legacy, and we want to make sure that whoever we do business with has the same philosophy in mind.
yeah, thanks, man. And it's funny you say that, about bigger brands, things of nature, because I'm new to this whole IG thing and all of that, and so I was going through somebody's description, and it said loyal to the leaf, not no brand, and I got that, because I've been actually pushing some of the boutiques and LCAs and stuff because, you know, um, sometimes, more because a cigar costs more doesn't mean it's a good cigar, and because it costs less don't mean it's not a good cigar, and they're all that in between. And I'm just glad you said that. And that's like when I smoked your cigar for the first time, it was Super Bowl Sunday, and I gave one to my frat brother. He travels a lot. He immediately said this stick came from the DR. He could taste it. He knew that was an excellent stick. And then the first thing we both noticed is just very smooth stick. I mean, they're just smooth, and the draw
Yeah,
is absolutely.
thank you for pointing that out. We took our time with our 6 different lines that we have. We
Mhm,
wanted to have every a cigar or a stick, as people call it, for
mhm,
every smoker. You have some
mhm,
people that are beginners. You have some people that like the mild cigars. They still
mhm,
want to have that bonus. But it's we got a cigar for every every smoker out there. Whereas
mhm,
some brands only focus on the cigar aficionado, which again we do have those sticks.
mhm.
But there are some people that prefer the live cigar. So why not? But it's still, even when a live cigar, we will still not do it less than 2 years. 2 years, 4 years is probably probably the quicker that we can have a cigar out there.
Mhm.
But right now we have cigars from 2016 that we literally sending out to people, and we sending samples to people because
Mhm.
listen, I'm not afraid to send a sample to anybody because at the end of the day our product is that good,
Yeah.
and you guys are going to be attested to this.
Hmm.
And, I'll let you take the reins on this, but because of the technical difficulties, we were only going to do one giveaway, but we're going to do 3 giveaways tonight.
Okay, we'll talk about that at the end. At the end, man. Hey, you know what, Gil? Let me just say this, man. Nobody's gonna run up on you and rob you, and because I know we're let. Let's talk about this. This is the third time, and I was like, we talk. First of all, this is our first time even talking. We've been just messaging on IG, finally exchanged phone numbers, and so this is organic for us right now. But Gil called me back. He said, "No, let's do this." Tell them where you're doing this at, man. Tell them how passionate you are about doing this and getting your
I'm
story
doing it in
out.
the parking lot of a 7-Eleven because unfortunately, out of all the times, uh, shout out to Comcast for having a service outage in my location
Yeah.
when I was trying to do this with you. And again, like I said, I wanted to again let you anybody who's viewing us out there that I'm literally in a parking lot of 7-Eleven because it means that much to me that we wanted to communicate and be live today and bring you something different.
And that's the stuff I'm talking about. Because like, didn't even think I'd ever be talking to anybody. Definitely somebody who owns a cigar company or anything. That's not what I thought I'd be doing with this. I like having fun. I like engaging. I like the smoke. I like meeting people and just share my experiences. But with Gil and I, it became more than just transactional. I was saying it during the first time it got cut out. He would just hit me up and be like, "Hey, I was in Nicaragua today," or he'll send me a picture of different things. So it's like the passion is there. And I've heard of another cigar owner that the passion just comes across. You don't know what to expect when you meet somebody or anything, but that's what just really compelled me to just like, man, let's do this. And there you go. He could have easily said, man, we're not doing this, Dave. And he is out there, because he wanted to get the word out and he wanted to support me in doing this. You talked about your family and the farm being in the family since 1978. Um, so who started, the farm? Was it
So
your mother's family, your dad's
no, it
family?
was it was from my mother's side. From my mother's
Okay.
side, and Daniel Diaz, who's no longer with us, was my uncle.
Hmm.
Fifth generation cigar maker, cigar
Hmm.
roller. Um, but we owned several farms throughout the Dominican Republic in Higüey, Tamboril, Santiago. Gurabo. Throughout the years, again, Francisco Badilla's his dad, his grandfather. We just a family of cigar people and business people, but nonetheless, the importance of our family's legacy, it means everything to us. It means a lot more than just a transaction. It means that people that we do business with, we wanted to make sure that they has the same core values as us, that they care about their name and their legacy. Because at the end of the day, we have a lot of people behind our brand that are no longer with us, and it's up to us, the people that are stay here, they're still here, to follow in that legacy and to make sure that their names will never be forgotten, and their great grandkids' name will never be forgotten. So for us, it's more so than a business. It's a family affair. But again, we wanted to make sure that anybody we do business with, yes, of course, we're going to have customers. But again, at a larger scales, we wanted to make sure that people had the same philosophy as us.
Right. You already answered a couple questions. That's a lot of farms. So you shared a video with me yesterday, and I shared it. So which farm was that? Where was that located? The one that we
That
shared.
that that's actually in Tamboril.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And so you talked about, remembering, as a kid on one of the farms. Share. And we didn't talk about any of these questions. So what is your first or your most fondest memory as a child on one of those farms, or where the rolling is done? Just
Well,
what
was
stands out the
so
most?
so he's a, it's a funny story. Actually, my best memory, my most fond memory is actually not wanting to go, being in the city, not wanting to go on the weekends to the farm because I was playing sports. I was playing baseball, obviously, which in the Dominican Republic we big on baseball, and not wanting to go, but I found myself in the tobacco fields. Um, the smell, the running around. I have plenty of room to run, and to be able to see the process from, people will get there at 5 in the morning, um,
Hmm.
and it'll be, you know, 10, 15 people, mothers, wife, kids, and they were doing the work, along with our family members. So, we also have our turnover where our employees are, you know, we're the third, fourth generation of people that work for our family and the cigar business. So, an interest of full disclosure, our company is owned by our employees as well. So we
Oh,
built a company that was going to be also, we don't have employees, we have partners that work for us, and their wives are partners and their grandkids are partners. So our lasting legacy is going to be one of, hey, we remember when we were 5, 6 years old running around in Santiago, Gurabo, um, you know, eating, drinking our chocolate in the morning and watching people smoke pipes or rolling the cigars that just literally they kept it from the ground, roll it right then and there, and then light a cigar up. So to me, it was just, that seeing the whole process from when they put the seed in the ground. So literally 90 days later, those things that we put in the ground, they're already full blown tobacco leaves, and it's plants. So it's just amazing, amazing feeling. But I just remember not wanting to go, and then once I fell in love, I used to tell my father, "When are we going? When are we going? We going this weekend? Are we going this weekend?" Even though I'm
yeah.
from the city, the
Mhm.
capital, and Dominican Republic, which is Santo Domingo. But again, I have those memories of being there first, not wanting to go initially, and then fell in love with it. The whole process.
Yeah. Your love and passion, man, it comes across. It definitely comes across. Like I said, just how you communicate, and and the travels and stories. So speaking of travels in baseball, you did share with me that I'm in Oakland, and you spent some time in San Francisco. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was, at the time I was playing at Fresno State. So I used to have a house in Pacifica, um, where it's basically where we train in the all season. Myself, Eric Orlando Kelly, Amari Telemaco, Julian Tavares, former Giant,
Mm.
Marvin Bernard, Jose Herrera, who's used to play for the Oakland A's, a good friend of mine, Raul Mondes, he used to play for the Dodgers. So we used to train out there in Pacifica, and baseball was another passion of ours, and we had a long lasting relationship. We just did a cigar for Joe Torre. We did a cigar for the owner of the Chicago White Sox. Um, we done cigars for the Hall of Fame. with them, our relationship with baseball and the Bay Area is amazing. But anytime I get a chance, I Pacific is one of my spots over there. San Jose, San Carlos,
Okay.
Cañada Community College out there.
Yeah.
I played out there a lot.
When's the last time you was up here in the Bay?
Uh, I was actually in LA. I was in actually Santa Fe, and I was in San Marcos, and I believe it was late
Okay.
January.
So San Marcos, that's a little closer to the Bay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I know you at the park
Yeah,
in the parking
I
lot
haven't
there.
go to it. I haven't been in San Francisco out there in a while, but I'm
Okay.
looking forward to going over there. I'm actually going in the weekend um, to visit some of the extreme training facilities of some of the friends of ours that are
Okay.
playing out there in Arizona.
Okay.
So, but I'm looking forward, and now and definitely there's some things that we brewing here with you guys, and that we wanted to uh, let the viewers know there's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yes,
It's
sir.
coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's coming.
I'm going to get you out that parking lot. So, um, I think there's 4 sticks that are on your website. Is that what you currently have? Or anything else in the
I have
works?
actually 6 lines, and I had 2 lines that I really haven't been out there to put in the website and stuff like that. But we developing that, and we just have those samples, and we wanted people to see what they think about the sticks before we put it in the website. But uh, it's a little bit hard to kind of put a cigar out there that's aged 9 years. Uh, than a website where we wanted to make sure people try it first before we can actually go to that.
So this Grand Reserve I'm smoking right now, I
Yes.
just have to show it because I was intimidated. This is the biggest cigar I've ever smoked, and it's so smooth, and we're gonna talk about taste. Uh, but if you just watch how it's correcting itself, those of you that smoke cigars, a quality cigar, you shouldn't have to touch it up or relight. I have it one light, not touching it up. It's a little other wrapper right there, but it's correcting itself. So you had mentioned that this cigar is in tribute to someone. You want to share
Francis,
that real quick?
Francisco Padilla, which is our master cigar roller. It's an active cigar master cigar roller.
Mhm. Awesome. Any awards, recognitions on your brand? Any of your sticks?
Um, we certainly have send out the cigar to Cigar Aficionado to rate it in Cigar Aficionado magazine, and we scored a 94 on our Grand
Wow,
Reserve, 94%.
that's
Um,
this one right here.
yes, we often talk about brands, right?
Yes,
And we
sir.
often talk about names. And if for anybody out there who's listening, listen, I urge you to do this. Just compare any good cigar, any great cigar you think, and we'll take the ring off, which is basically that white paper you see, and you will know the difference between an excellent cigar and a cigar who's actually is marketed well and has spent millions of dollars in marketing.
Mhm.
I urge people to do that. We're going to send some cigars out to some people who have requested samples. But we wanted to, for your viewers and your followers, we wanted
Mhm.
to get something, and I'll let you speak about that. But you know, our our brand, it speaks for itself. And then before I kind of hand it over to you, I wanted to kind of give a shout out to Juan Lugo, who's our Vice President of Latin America. I want to give a thanks to Felix Guillen, who's actually the lead sales person in the Latin American region. And of course, Francisco Padilla, which without him, none of these things would be possible. He's the person running the farm. And, I have a great deal of respect for Francisco. Not only is he my cousin, but it's a guy who's been so humble, and we literally believe we have the best cigar in the market.
Man, uh, this cigar, and I like what you said about taking the band off. And I told you, my fraternity brother, I think it was probably 5 minutes in that stick, and he was like, he knew exactly where it came from and everything. So this Grand Reserve, and this is a 94, right? You said Cigar
Correct,
Aficionado?
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. You see the correction. So, real quick, and then we'll talk about the thing we got going on where tradition meets taste. What does that mean?
It means that, having one family not deviate from what our original founder Daniel Diaz set out to do, right? And the tasting of it, we were not satisfied. We went many years to trying to get our formula right and correctly. And what I mean by that is, I'll leave the secret formula to it, but what it means by that is we were not gonna compromise sales and value and over taste. So our family tradition is, hey, let's keep our name to ourselves. Let's keep our name intact, where people respect it and honor it. But just because we have a legacy in cigar doesn't mean that we were going to put just any product out there. We wanted to make the very best cigar, and once we had that taste figured out, after years of trying to perfect crops, we believe we have it now. But I let your followers and our customers and clients and partners be the judge of that. We simply want to tell you that, hey, we have a great product. We're gonna make it affordable to people. Just because the cigar is a good quality doesn't mean you have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. We've been into events that, they have an event for a cigar and people pay anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000 to have in a cigar event. We want to
Mhm.
make sure that people understand what we have. We let people be the judge and let them decide what they're going to pay for a cigar that stands behind their product.
Okay. So you know what? I got my wife right here. So I'm going to get a female's perspective, and not just that, but she's also very new to smoking the cigars. She's smoking the red band. Um,
Yeah,
You
it's a
said
Chilingo. It's a
oh,
Chilingo 215.
okay. So, babe,
what's it? What did you say it was?
what is it again, Gil?
That's Chilingo 215.
Okay.
Chilingo 215.
Thank
Oh,
you.
That's what she's.
I can't see.
Okay. So you may want to keep a little bit, but how is it?
It's good. I do. I smoked some of David's first, so I think it's a smoother smoke. However, this is a good smoke. It's not too strong for
Mhm.
me. Um, I unconsciously retro sometimes, and it doesn't burn my nasal passage. So I like that about it. What I really like about it is how, and this doesn't have anything to do with the flavor. However, I like how wide your bands are because as a woman, I don't like holding the
Mm.
actual cigar wrapper, and a lot of the bands aren't wide like yours. So I like that because I can position my fingers there for a long period of time without, having to worry about are my fingers going to smell like a cigar or smoke after I finish. So I like that. And also, like David said, how it just maintains itself. It recorrects. The ash is good. It's a good smoke. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, thank you, and to further kind of amplify that, right? So the consistency of having the same people years after year rolling a new cigar. That's why if you looked at all our lines, if you smoke the cigar, it's going to maintain that same even the ashes. It's going to be even because it's just perfectly raw. But again, you can't put a price on experience, and you can't put a price on time and experience.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big stick, and this is maintaining this ash. But Big Gil, I know it's 2 hour difference, and you out in the parking lot. I don't want you getting, becoming the victim. So, so we got you know, a little giveaway, and that's really Gil. And so it's 14 seasons, but he's not giving away 14 cigars. So I don't know how many. I'll let him talk about the bundles he's giving away. But what we're asking is that we got everything's a 14, but we're gonna take away that one. So you got 4 days. You got 4 days to like this video once I share it. You got 4 days to share this video. You got 4 days to tag 4 people. What else I missed? Let me see. Like, share, tag 4. Oh,
And follow up both of our pages.
that's right. Follow both our pages. So one more time. Tag 4, like, share, and like both pages. And you got 4 days. So that's going to be Thursday, Friday. Let's just do it Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the fours. So Sunday, that's the deadline. And so, Gil, how many sticks? And you already said you was giving away 3 bundles now. So
Yes.
you gotta be a man of your
So
word, which I know you are.
originally we were gonna do one winner, but I think that because of technical difficulties that we had, we're gonna do three. Here's the way we're gonna do it. Again, David already specifically said how you're gonna win. So here's what we're gonna do. The person who wins number one, who shares the most, has the most like, we're gonna pick up one winner, right? And the number one is gonna have 12 cigars.
Okay.
12 cigars. And just so you guys know, it's roughly about $325 worth of cigars, and those 12 cigars will give you a little bit of everything, so you can have. Then the second place is going to receive six, and the third place is going to receive three.
Yeah, that sounds fair. This Grand Reserve alone is $30 and well worth it. I'm being honest. This is a great stick. All right, so that is it, my man. I really appreciate you because Gil, I thought you was gonna do. I'm gonna keep it real. I was ready to give up, but again, that's that work ethic.
No,
It
no,
goes back. It goes back
no.
to that
We get
work ethic you saw
no,
on the farm. It goes back to your integrity, and I mean, you just demonstrated everything you said on this call. You just demonstrated all of that, my
no
brother.
problem.
You know.
And you don't have to worry about shipping. As long as it's in the U.S., I'll pay for it. Don't you worry about it. We're gonna take care of you guys, and we'll try to have you guys have it as soon as possible. So on Saturday, I'll let you guys do the honors and pick the winners from the random selection. So we want to make sure that we 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 appreciate the partnership, and thank you again for having us today.
Yeah, and thank you for letting me do this. I hope I didn't do too bad. My wife told me, she said, make sure you don't talk over him. So that's why she's out. She's really out here to make sure, I don't talk over you. But,
No,
you
you,
know,
you You did amazing. I wanted to give a shout out to my wife, Sandra Florentino. Hey, babe.
hey, Sandra.
And
Hey,
Make sure you stop.
Juan Lugo, I see Juan Lugo in there putting the fire sign in there, regional vice president of Latin America.
Gil, we got a surprise. I told y'all, Gil this morning sent me a song, and it's the family. Just listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Gil got his own theme music, and it's in the family.
Tell them to give the name of
What's
something.
the name of the song for people who know?
It's 14th season.
Is there 14 seasons? You can't pull it up.
I'm trying. I'm
She's
trying.
trying. But you know not with it.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wait. It's not coming.
We're not gonna do it, but what I'm gonna do is we'll play
Hey,
it when we announce the winners on Sunday. That's what we'll do.
all right.
All right.
Yes, Ray Marty. Follow Ray Marty in Apple Music. Ray Marty is my son. He's a great artist. He has several songs in there in Apple Music. So give it, check it out.
Yeah, we don't listen to it at the beginning, but we'll shout it out because I mean it's nice. It's nice. I may
Thank
have
you.
to ask him. Here we go. All right, y'all got it. You get the flow. You get the flow. But I like it's all about the family. Gil, anything else in closing before we sign off, brother?
Hey, just wanted a message to everybody out there, man. Let's practice more love. Let's practice more friendship. Let's continue to help each other out. Life is too short. One life to join, one life to enjoy. Respect, much love, and thank you both.
Hey man, I appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
man. Safe travels back home from that parking lot, brother. Text me and let me know you
All
made it home, man. I
right,
mean
thank
that
you.
seriously.
Appreciate you guys. Bye
All
bye. Good
right.
night, everybody.
All right, it was covered up because it's cold out here, but you all know the drill. Relax, put some smoke in the air, fellowship, and stay smoky. All right.